AI adoption fails because founders are automating broken processes. Here's the conventional story about why AI adoption is slow. Founders don't know which tools to use. The landscape is confusing. The options are overwhelming. If we could just simplify the tool selection problem, adoption would follow. That story is wrong. And the consulting industry is making a lot of money telling that wrong story. Here is what is actually happening. AI adoption fails because founders are automating broken processes. Think about what that means. When you automate a broken process, you do not fix the process. You get a faster, more expensive, higher volume version of the exact same problem. The dysfunction scales, the errors multiply, and because the AI is producing output at a rate no human could match, the damage actually accumulates faster, sometimes than you can catch it. Tool selection is not the bottleneck. It has never been the bottleneck. Process architecture is the bottleneck. And until you address it, every AI investment you make is building on an unstable foundation. In my book, Management in AI, I lay out the process before automation framework in precise terms. There are 3 steps. Every one of them must happen before you touch a tool. Here they are. Step 1, map the process first. This sounds obvious, but almost no one does it. You cannot automate what you cannot see. And most founders have never actually mapped the processes they're running. They've just run them, adapted on the fly, and handed them off informally over time. The process exists in people's heads and Slack threads and habits that nobody ever wrote down. Before you automate anything, you need to be able to draw it. Every step, every decision point, every handoff, every place where work passes from one person to another or from one tool to another. If you cannot draw it on a whiteboard in 5 minutes, you do not understand it well enough to automate it. And here's what mapping almost always reveals. The process has more steps than you thought, more ambiguity than you realized, and at least 2 or 3 points where the current approach doesn't even make that much sense. You find those things on paper before the AI touches it. That's the point. Step 2, identify the failure points. Once the process is mapped, you run a specific diagnostic, not where can AI help? That's the wrong question at this stage. The right question is, where does this process break down right now? Where does work get delayed? Where do errors consistently pop up? Where does quality drop off? Where does accountability disappear? The place where something is supposed to happen and nobody's quite sure who owns it. I want to say this as clearly as I can. Automation preserves failure.